Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to Falls Town here in City Skylines. Last episode we built our very own city park and there's a few things that I forgot to do which every single one of you kind of reminded me in the comment section down below. I forgot to put the rail network and the subway system back in and I do apologise. We'll get that done today, but today we're going to build in our very own little forestry, our very own little sawmill, wood industry, chopping, paper creation industry in the city. And I also want to try and tackle, because I haven't done it in a while, and I kind of previously mentioned it, the farming area land that we got set up, we haven't really kind of gave them really good road connections. And the traffic is shocking over there. That's the best I can say right now. So I want to try and tackle a couple of those issues and hopefully build a really good forestry. So we are back in this beautiful city. So first things first, let's actually get set up the little subway train kind of thingy-majig system that I've got going on. It's all, you know, I gotta remember correctly what it is. So one's train, so this one here, going under. Can I just do a straight? Don't even tell me. How has that even happened? How did that even happen? Wow, okay. Right, let's try that again. No, please don't. No, don't do that. Right, delete. There we go. So it's been a little bit awkward, isn't it? Wow, don't even do. Why is it doing stuff like this? Don't even do this to me, damn fool. Right, let's try this. Right. No. How is he going above the ground when the whole connection is underground? Right, I've got an idea. Right, we do it like this. Right, so we're going to go deeper down. Slightly bring it up. Now, are you going to do this to me? No. Glorious! Okay, right. I don't know how that happened, but it happened, and now we got to fix the park. Right, back to the city park then. There we go. Beautiful. And then the other connection we had was the Metro Underground subway system, which this should not go above ground at all, which it doesn't. So that's fine. Keep those basic, simple connections. Loving them a lot. Right, it's all connected back up. Good stuff. I forgot to do that last episode, and I felt so stupid when I seen everybody commenting. I was like, damn, Sonny, you're such a damn phone. Look at the traffic here in the farming industry. It's not great. We got a lot of backlog going on right now. Mainly down to the fact that we got very poor connections. Everyone's trying to go one way. It's like you can come in off these two here, but to go out, you've got to drive down there, and it's not the best. So I'm thinking I'm going to create like a roundabout here, because you guys know I love roundabouts, and maybe upgrade a few roads, 1 or 2 roads, and create some better connections and stuff like that. So let's do this. Let's delete quite a large chunk of it, so I've got quite a bit of space to work with. And then let's place this down. So let's see. About there or a bit higher. Now I think about here should be good. Yeah, we're going to go for here. Boom. Right, bulldoze all the little extra connections. We don't need those. Now, because this is a main highway, a main through road, what I'm thinking about doing is create some nice little bends and whatnot. But we make it go over the roundabout, because it is that main, you know, highway connection. There we go. So I'm going to move this over slightly because it's a bit crooked. Right, perfect. So it doesn't affect the highway whatsoever right now. So as we play it, they just drive over like normal, but we'll create like the connections coming off it now, which will be beautiful. Right. Hold on. Right, one there. They look awkward. They look very awkward. I think it's more with where we've got it placed. Right, unfortunately it's going to have to go something like this. Right, there we go. That creates those little connections off there. And then we'll do these beautiful big roads. So we're going to have one that semi-goes over here. It's not going to be like a huge one. I don't really want it to kind of trample through. So what if I had it just simply lined up to there like that? And then this one goes in a slightly different direction. Just for future, I'm thinking future expansions in the way the road is going to go. Right, we'll create these little on and off sections. There we go. Nice. So that's our little connection that we've got there. I'm going to have to play around with all this up here too. So before we do connect it to anything, I feel like I want to upgrade some of these roads to the industry roads. Not all of them. I noticed there's one over here somewhere. Where is it? There we go. That needs to be upgraded. Just like the mainly used roads. So we'll do like this one. Going all the way up there. Well, now we've got that bit there done. We might as well get that thrown in too. But this one, just like the main used ones. The ones that go straight through, basically. I'm going to re-put these back to dirt roads. I don't want them to be that kind of road. Okay, continue up. Nice. And then we'll do the same for this road too. And I feel like that should be it. There we go. So, upgrading that. No, we'll upgrade this one. Because I got an idea for it. And then use the straight road tool. Just to bring it down to there. So just create a few little connections there. Okay, this will be the final road now. This is it. Okay, so we just upgraded a few of the main roads there, and we're going to create these four. No, I say four. It'll be like these three mainly are going to be the connection. So we could bring this straight down. Might look a little bit weird to begin with, but when we eventually build from it, it will be beautiful. So we can expand the farm too a little bit. So if I then, oh no. Then decide to just cross all this. And then we'll get our dirt roads just kind of like... No, that's meant to be a dirt road, fool. The farmland can be expanded. Nice. I like it. Right. So those connections are now being made. It will take a few moments for the traffic to reroute itself and redirect itself and where it wants to needs to go. But ultimately there is a really good connection now here for that. Now over here, what we'll do is we'll up it and build the bridge over. There we go, like that. And that will then lead on... Ooh, it's on a little bump, isn't it? That's kind of weird. Let me try that again. It'd be cool if it went through it as a bridge. Like a tunnel, sorry. That looks awkward. Not even gonna lie. How did that become so awkward? Right, let's delete that. Let's delete that and try again. So, flatten it first. That's more like it. That looks a little bit better. It just adds a little bit of character to that little section there. Even though there's a nice little bump there, which looks also really, really funny. But what we'll do as well, because they're not going to be heavily used, heavily congested roads. So we can stick to something like this connection. Like that. 2 little connections there. And that should be fine. So we now start to see vehicles and trucks use this side. Beautiful. And I think we'll just let it run through. So it will take a few moments for them to kind of figure out how to pretty much use, or to reroute themselves, because a lot of them are like congested trying to go in certain directions. I'm going to get rid of this, because then what that is going to allow us to do is, one, not only get rid of like the congestion there, but it means now they have the option to use, or they're going to have to use this or use this in terms of getting in and out of this section. And the traffic should flow a lot more freely because there's more outlets and inlets. There's 3 of them to choose from, so they should disperse more evenly than just being cramped into one connection. So perfect. We'll let that do what it's got to do. We'll come back and check it a little bit later. But I want to set up the forestry then. And I've been thinking about places and where to do it and where we could throw it in. Oh, we have a little bit of a death wave over here. Have we got enough death care? Yeah, we seem to have, but quite a few people are dying out. Right, we're going to drop down a few more little crematoriums then. So I'll just do one there. Throw one up here. And we'll get some squeezed in along here. So we'll do one there. We've got one there. And that should handle the needs over time. Perfect. So yeah, I've been thinking about where to place it then. And I thought a really good area is this here. All this, like, you know, up in the hills and down there. Because we have 2 connections that we haven't utilized just yet. And it's kind of really far out the way. So traffic is not really an issue of it. Why are we getting so many people die? Are we going for that like a death wave because of the super demand mod? Where's our population? Let me do it down here. It's easy to do this one. Holy moly! We got 40,000 seniors in the city. Yeah, they're all about to die out. That's the only bad thing about the super demand mod is, yeah, you get all the residents coming at once, but they all die at once when they get old. That's the only bad thing about that. Right, so what I'm going to do then is we're going to place down now. Let me try and get this. Where's the hill? Okay, the hill's there. The flatness is just here. So we'll place down a roundabout just there. And that's going to be our connection point in and out of the forest industry. So we connect up the highways now. So like, we haven't even touched it. It's been such a long time since we've been played around with this little section over here. So bring those there. We'll do the same to these 2. How far can I snap them before they've got a turn? So here will be a good little spot. Nice. And then we'll create these little bends then. So, boom. Oh, this is going to be so good. And what we could do as well, we could do like a little connection that kind of bends around to there to join onto that without having to go around the roundabout. Ooh, Seniac. I'm liking your ideas right now, boy. I don't know whether that one's a bit too close. What we'll do, we'll make these semi-bend that way a little bit. A little bit awkward, but should get the job done. A little bit of move it, move it, move it. Now, all it's really going to do is kind of back up traffic if people are trying to go down there. But we can bypass all of that by doing this little connection like that there. Which kind of bypasses it all, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And then we could possibly do the same in this direction. If it's going to allow me to build it. Like going straight over like that. That would be good, but I don't think... What if I take that off? Oh, I think I had it then. Alright, create that little overlay there. Which, oh, it dips down very awkwardly there, doesn't it? Ooh. The dents right now. Bring that down a bit. Oh, I like that. I kind of like how it's like all cliffed, edged there. That's really nice. This is really far away. I don't like how far away this has now become. There we go. Perfect. Liking it. I prefer that one a lot better. Right, now that's in there. Kind of does its job. We probably won't see anybody use it just yet. I don't think anybody's going to choose to use it. But that's now pretty much it. So let's do the main kind of strips of road that are going to lead us into the forest area. Oh, that's floating. Bring that down slightly. So we'll do 2 to begin with. Let's put the snapping on. Let's go straight up. And we'll probably stop it about here. And then we'll have one in this direction. And then probably stop that about there. We'll get these connected quickly. And then we'll zone and build our forest industry upon this. So throw all these in. Good, good, good. We should have really good connections now. So I like how you can easily bypass the whole island if you're just going to go right or left or something like that, depending on which way you go. Oh, someone's actually using it. Someone's actually using it. Where are they going to? Not quite sure. But they're using it. They're definitely using it. Right, let's designate this whole industry then. So we're going to paint the industry. We do need to put some more trees and stuff down. Just kind of like, you know, make it visually look like the industry. But we'll get that done after. We can fill in all the little nooks and crannies and gaps with forestry stuff. So, right, we got that in. We now need a main building. So let's get some industry road down. Where is it? There it is. We need a main building. I think we should place the main building like somewhere here. So we'll bring this little industry road up. And we'll go out by, yeah, 10 by 10 by 20. Right, we'll do a nice little loop there. That's like the main driveway up to the industry. And forestry. Main forestry building. Boom. There we go. We'll now drop we'll drop 2 maintenance buildings down. Just there. We'll do 1 barracks building there. 1 barracks building there. So they're all going to require water and power. Power source is just over there. Nice. Liking it. Right, so they're going to need power too. We'll give them some basic wind power. So we can maximize what's on the hill there. And they're just like the kind of main functional buildings. So what do we have in this industry? So we have a bunch of different sizes of plantations, I can see, and sapling fields. We then have stuff like the sawmill, which produces wood. The biomass pellet plant produces paper. Wood plant, wood. Pulp mill, paper. And then we have all the storage stuff. Right, got it. So we need a place to grow, a place to manufacture, and a place to store the stuff. Okay, sounds pretty cool to me. So we'll bring this up then, this road, to about here. And then we'll build upon it. So I kind of want to create like outlet roads. So the main come up here, then they disperse into different directions. But of course you don't want to have too much traffic. Bring that one about here. You don't have too much traffic, so you kind of got to be careful about that. Which is why we'll do like inlet roads from different sections. So we'll create an inlet road straight down there. So it comes in, disperses different directions, comes in here. Can pretty much do the same here. Disperse in different directions. We just got to be careful that we don't overload the traffic. Right, I'm going to bring this up. Oh, this is going up into the hills now, guys. Now, see, we create that little connection there. I'm just trying to keep stuff away. It's not going to be a maze, and it hasn't got to be perfectly grids. I'm just thinking of traffic displacement. So, we've got to be smart about this. So, we'll bring this one up. There we go. So you just create the loop going around pretty much. So they all kind of filter through now. That's kind of fairly cool. I like this. And then we'll bring this one down here. Now, that's going to be a filter road, so I want the traffic or the kind of main industry on this side. There we go. Drop that all in. We could do something over here. Mainly, no, we'll keep that road free. We'll keep that road free, and we'll have all the tree plantation stuff in this area. So we got 4 to choose from. They all produce trees, right? I mean, I know they produce trees, but that's like the main gig, right? Yeah. Which one does the most? Looks like it's the large tree plantation at the moment. Yep. So we'll start with these then. We'll place these in the big areas because that's where we're going to have the most room to begin with. Alright, where else can I squeeze this in? Just trying to remember to keep it off the main roads too. Right, it's all hilly up there, so you're not going to get much in, to be honest. Can I squeeze any more in? Ooh, squeeze one in here. Nice. So a couple of tree plantations there, large ones. This is the next biggest one, I believe. 9,600, the large tree sapling, which is quite a long one. Now these also need the fair bit of room to be thrown in. So just drop them in the various spots that I can. Well, that would have been cool if I could squeeze multiple in then. Again, trying to keep it off the main drag, the main road section. Oh, can I squeeze another one in then? Yes. Alright, there's a couple more in there. We'll then start changing sizes then. So that's a medium plantation field, which is pretty much the same as the other one. We'll go with these ones next then. So the smaller ones, which are going to make us all of our bread and butter, all of our money. And because there's multiple of these, we have to make sure that these are on the kind of, you know, roads that are not connected to the main roads. That makes sense. So really place these out. So wherever I can squeeze one in, we throw it down. Bye. There we go. Get some over here too. We'll change up now. We'll go to the sapling field. Oh, we need to paint the industry a bit more over. There we go. Right. Let's get the remaining trees in. Wherever I can squeeze them in. Wherever the game will allow me. Can we get some large ones up here? Now, there's nowhere flat enough for them. What about these? Ooh, we can get a couple up there. Alright, let's return back to the small ones. So how does that visually look? Well, that's pretty cool. Again, you don't want to overload it too much because one, it will create like ridiculous traffic issues anyway, but you want it to look not natural, that's not the word I'm going for, but you don't need to look stupid where this is like you know, that you have created like a tree farm. Like I'm chopping down the Amazon rainforest or something like that. Right, let's do the most awkward piping the world has ever seen. And we'll just cut through the whole thing. Connect those pipes up so awkwardly. Right, there we're going to have water. Need to expand this more as well to get more workers in. But I feel like we should do some production in this area. Or maybe in here. We could do the storage here. And then production there. That could be quite cool. Okay, so this is where the roads now come back into play. These main roads. So just pull that up a bit there, because we can have that connected straight down. And we'll kind of build that there and have it go across. But we'll also... Hold on. Ooh. If I have it go at a 90-degree angle, where does that make that connection? Right there? Okay. So we go a little bit more, and then we'll get out the industry roads once again. So we'll create the in connection there and up here. So keeping those roads mainly free and flowing. There we go. Okay, we leave it like that. I also understand as well, I'm going to have some bigger sections. Because some buildings could be quite large. So let's have that dragged out in like a bigger square almost. Have that connected there. And then bring these out too. Just a tad further. There we go. Create a nice little pattern design. I like it. Okay, right. So when it comes to industry here then, in terms of the buildings, we have the sawmill, 3,200. So hang on. Okay, so this is this is the one that produces more wood. How big is that? Okay, it's not as big as I originally thought it was gonna be. So I'll do one there. One there. One there. And what are these again? These are the ones that create paper. Which one does the bigger one? It's this one, right? Ah, this is the big boy one. I knew there's going to be a big boy one. There always is. Right, okay, so we'll place this one here. Here. There. There. Again, just trying to keep it off the main sections. So that produces paper. We'll try and keep all the paper on. Oh, this one's also big too for producing paper. And this one produces wood, right? Yeah. This one's even smaller. It's cute. That is what you should say, really. It's cutie patootie. Right, it's a fair few buildings there for the industry. They're also going to need some water. All good stuff. They're going to need power. So we could probably connect the power up, but do you know what? I'm going to delete these buildings, these worker buildings. Because we're going to expand the road from them. There we go. Right, worker buildings. Get a fair few workers in there. Alright, this should be more than enough, right? Water-wise. Right, they're all now connected to water. Does everybody have power? Almost. Should I get some wind turbines in or some, like, parking slots? Let's do some parking slots. Some there. Some there. It's all pretty much connected now. Okay, so the forestry is pretty much underway. We have a few issues at the moment, not enough raw materials. But we are literally now waiting for, one, them to grow, trucks and stuff to come along, and to pick up the resources. We have a little bit of policing and garbage issue over there. So you probably want to go and miss getting some services in. But ultimately, we want to get this looking more like a forest area. So we want more trees. So we're going to up our brush size, bring down our brush strength, and just dot some different types of trees through this industry. So let's pick this one next. Different type of tree. I want to slightly overgrow it than what you would normally do, because it is the forest industry. This is what the whole thing here is for. I'll get a few little bushes in all the little nooks and crannies. When we've got like a diverse range of stuff, we'll then like spam it a little bit harder. These darker trees are always good. Let's get those in. So it's all looking a little dotty and stuff like that. So if I start to bring up the brush strength, these ooh, damn boy, these tall ones make a difference, don't they? And add some dark, just a few little different darker shades in. Look at that. It looks kind of dope, doesn't it? I really like that. I just don't know why, but I just love doing stuff like this. Adding those trees and stuff in now, so waiting for the vehicles to arrive. We'll give them some time. Services then, because they're really not going to like the fact that... Should we get like a small police station? What's this here? We got a prison. We haven't even got a prison in the place. Which is going to be like fairly cheap to run. Police station, 10 cars. 10 cars. Alright, and we'll get a little police station in there. And we need some form of garbage disposal in this area. So maybe we drop like a recycling plant down too. Just to satisfy the needs of these people. Oh, we're going to need a fire station. So we'll get the Ghostbusters one. Coolio. Right, okay, so some of these buildings are now not complaining as produce or products get to them. Beechwood Forests then, so we have the ability to have 3,000 workers there. The output at the moment currently is 95 tons. And so we'll let it do what it's got to do. And then we'll find out where we stand in that area. But I like it. I like what's it called? Beechwood Forest Products. I really like that. Right, how's the death wave? Has everybody died who was originally old? We had 40,000. Okay, we now down to 37,000. So the city is going to go through a process now where everybody dies because everyone is currently old. Understandable. How is the traffic situation down here? Right, it doesn't look like it's changed much, has it? It actually doesn't look like it's changed much. But then again, I've had the game in play mode ever since I've been building the forestry. So maybe as these were once inlet roads, we should change them to outlet roads to get the traffic like out of the place. That's probably the best thing to do. So if I connect you to go out there, if I connect this road to go out as well. That's literally what we're doing. We're trying to create these outlet roads so we can get the traffic funneled out of the place. It'd be good to get one up here as well. Let's delete this. Hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. There we go. So let's get a path connecting back. Beautiful. Doesn't create any power issues, does it? No, we're connected up here anyway. So that's another little outlet road there they can use. So this traffic, let's take a closer look at it and see what the issues are. So it's literally just everybody trying to get to where they need to go. That's just kind of the main gist of it. So what if here, as the traffic gets funneled in, we take this road that we've currently got, and then we just kind of bring this up, and bring it up from about here. Like that, and then we connect it to these little roads too. As a way to filter the traffic, funnel it out as well. Because they're all like trying to wiggle up here to get out, aren't they, really? That's ultimately what they're trying to do there. Alright, some of them are now going to be using it, so that should kind of ease the traffic off of the air, and they can cut through into different like sections. So we'll see how that plays out. It's not worth getting rid of traffic lights or anything like that. Nor is it doing one-way systems. It's more just down to just, you know, they're all trying to get to one place, but to get to one place, they've got to go through other places where people are currently waiting. So if we can take the burden off it with different roads, look at that. Everyone that uses this road doesn't go through this system, thus easing the traffic. Same with like funneling out of there as well. Right, we'll see how that plays out then. Does anybody use these, by the way? I think, yeah, we've got a couple there using it. Okay. It's one of those things, it takes a while now at this point in the game for stuff to happen. So when I do small changes like this, it probably take me like 20-25 minutes to see if it updated or did anything good, just because of how slow my game is currently running. So that's the kind of issues that we currently face right now. Right, let's filter this traffic. So let's say this is the only lane you can go that turn, and this one goes straight on. Just to try and get these guys to filter and stuff a lot sooner. We'll get rid of traffic lights as well. Keep them moving. Why are they stopping there? Is it because I did that? Maybe. Alright, let's make sure that these don't filter and they've sorted their situation out before they even get here. Alright, hopefully we're going to be all good. I can only hope. That's all I can do. Okay, so we got some probs down here. Maybe it'd probably be worth doing one-way routes. Alright, let's see. So, why don't we create this into a one-way loop around? Oh dear, I've upgraded some roads I didn't want to. Right. Upgrade you. Right, so we've created a loop there. A one-way system loop. Let the traffic disperse. So by creating that loop there, it will continue to go round and round and round. And oh, wait, hold on. Which way is the traffic going? I don't think so. I want you to go this way. There we go. And ultimately, it then gives them 2 lanes as well. It gives them 2 lanes to go in certain directions. So, and then I can do stuff like this then. Like, that solely goes that way. That goes that way and straight on. Because that's where we're having the traffic issues. So that goes straight on and that way. That does the turn. And that then should hopefully filter traffic. So we'll give them time to sort their issues and problems out. It's going to be like a while now because they've got to reroute themselves and some of them might have to go around the whole loop again. But it should be fine. Should be fine, right? We'll see, guys. We'll see. Right, more trucks are using this now, which is looking good. What about the outlet roads? Yeah, people are using the outlet roads. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Liking it. It's just this little section here. But we just got to wait for them to sort out their differences and issues and problems. And we should be good. Right, how is the brand new forest industry coming along? We're getting the trucks here. We're getting the odd... Oh, yeah, we're getting... Okay, we're getting a fair few trucks now coming in. I don't believe we're making any profit just yet. No, but it's actually gone down a bit, which is pretty cool to see. Our production... Well, our kind of acquisition here is 172 tons of raw product, which we don't produce enough of the other ones. But at the same time, we can also export them goods as well. Now, what industry buildings kind of benefit from that? The furniture factory. Yes, please. Where do we place in the furniture? Oh, there's so much death. Where should we place in the furniture factory? We should have the industry kind of fairly close. It's going to create a lot more jobs. Maybe up here in this kind of area. So we can export it fairly well. I think so. Right, we'll drop it there. The beautiful furniture factory. It's got water, hasn't it? Yeah. And we'll up the kind of production rate of that, so we get more stuff going in there and produce even more. Should be all good for us. Very impressed. Right, how many people have now died out? We had 40,000, remember? We're now down to 36,000. Death care, I bet death care is through the roof right now. You know, actually, it's not that bad. It could just do with... Do we not have any death care in this area? Well, we don't have any good coverage, do we? Let's get some good coverage down. Because it's going to come in waves quite often. And obviously, we want to be able to tackle that. Can I squeeze any of these big advanced ones in anywhere? No, I think we're going to stick to these smaller ones. Just place them in where I can, just to, you know, maximize the death coverage. It's going to be crematorium corner. There we go. Alright, there's a couple more in there. Now I now hop out in their vehicles to pick up the dead bodies. It's just the issue though, when you have that Super Demand mod, you will get a death wave. Look at that. And then we got 65,000 adults that will eventually turn into seniors, and they will die out too. And then because they all die out at once, we then get a huge wave of then like children come in, and eventually they get filtered into the death system. Right, how are we doing over here? We got tailbacks for days. Right, I feel like we need more one-way routes now. So that's all going to go out that way. That's all going to filter out that way. We should filter all one-way routes out of this area. So because that's the outlet there, we're going to filter them all out down there. Same down to this one. Filter them all out. So that, again, you've got to update their routes. But now the traffic should be flowing a lot better. I just hate how the game is so slow at the moment, because we just got to literally wait it all out. But it's all looking good though. Don't believe we're making any time soon, making any profit. Oh, we're down to 3,000. So we are actually slowly on the way to making profit for the little sawmill of our little forestry area, which is pretty cool. I like it. I really do like it. I don't feel like we should place residential. I was going to say, I was thinking about putting some residential in the middle. I don't feel like we should do anything like that. Because we've got the worker barracks anyway. Just keep this industry away. All these trucks coming in. Fabulous. Doing their jobs. We're still waiting because it's so far away. It's like, you know, it's so far on the edge of the map. We've got to wait for a lot of vehicles to solely get over here to transport the goods. But it's going in the right direction. We've got 2,000 workers. We've got 1,000 over-educated workers. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? It is kind of crazy, but then again, we do have a very highly educated population right now. Is death care being handled well? 35 seniors. That will never drop low anyway, but it's, you know, I should really be checking this. There's, you know, 2,400 deceased at the moment. I'm just waiting for the hearses to pick everybody up. There's a hearse right there now coming through. You can just about see it. Is he going to pick up the bodies? What is he doing? Which way is he going? He's going somewhere to pick up something. I wonder how many bodies they can actually handle. Is it like one at a time, or can they do like, you know, a couple? Oh, it's going to get that body there. Got him. That's just slowly coming down. It just feels like it's taking forever because of how slow my game is running. It's borderline like having it in like triple speed here, playing it at normal speed. That's literally borderline what it feels like right now. So Beechwood is now a 3-star forestry, and it will continue to rise as the production levels increase. We're now down to minus 2,600. It's slowly on its way to making a profit. You notice now there's only 3 buildings that have not enough resources as they're waiting for their trucks, or 4 buildings should I say, that are waiting for their trucks to deliver the product. You now notice that we're getting a few more trucks just generally in this area. This is probably the best industry I created in terms of transport, like links and routes, like for the vehicles, and like, you know, built upon the idea of not having so much traffic, as opposed to this industry like the oil and the farming. I did it better in other places. This is still funneling through. It's still getting somewhere. It just takes its time. It just takes its sweet, sweet time. I'm just trying to look around now to see where we could benefit from other places. So we are now filtering a lot of traffic out here. And some of it is going to want to cut across and go down there. A lot of stuff we got to look at doing. I kind of forget, because we had such a big build-up of traffic here. When you do filter this correctly to get them out, then that traffic just moves to somewhere else in the city. But we'll see how this goes. I'll keep an eye on this. Again, I can't really do too much. They're going in the loop here as well now. So they're coming around, but it's just like once they've done the loop once and they've updated their route and they know where to go, then it should all be good. But I finished with it today then, guys. We got a huge death wave, but they'll slowly get rid of them. We're now down to 2,200 deceased. We was at 2,400, so we dropped 200 recently, which is good. Okay, we're now down to minus 7,000 in profit. We'll get there eventually. We will get there eventually when it comes to the production of this forest or forestry. It just takes time to update, get them to export their goods and whatnot. How is this? Has this made any profit just yet? Not yet. We're waiting for some planned timber to come in, but it's not too far away from the forestry anyway. We're going to start seeing this get taken advantage of a lot more. And it's probably worth doing an underroad that cuts through there so people can get through. It's all looking good. Making some good headways in the city. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.